Hi everybody, Matt here from Matt Likes Comics. Today was a great day. Why? Because I received two packages. I received a package from Stackry, which had a bunch of stuff in it that I've ordered over the last month. And I got a A-OK from my friend Nate over at Hollywood Comics. Nate is one of the best guys I know in the comic thing, and if you're not subscribed to him, go check him out and go. He's one of the funniest guys on YouTube in comics, especially when he's partnered up with Hagen from Lettuce Comics. I'm going to begin by showing you the books that I got from Stackry. Now, I got a couple of these from eBay and the rest from my comic shop. But I've mixed them up a little bit here because what I've done is I put them in order so that it would be easier to show. I've taken the time to pull out all the packaging because if there's one thing that I'm learning from watching other people, they're always fighting with the packaging, and I don't want to have that sort of thing. I'm very clumsy, so I'd rather not like cut myself with the knife on camera and stuff. So without wasting any more time, let's see what Stackry sent me. With these first 4 issues, I'm very pleased to announce that I now have the entire run from between 296 and to the end of the 490. This, of course, is Adventure Comics. That run includes the Supergirl run, the Legion run, the Spectre run, the Aquaman run, the Justice Society run, and such. These last few ones are ones from the Starman Plastic Man era, just near the end of the series, just before Dial H for Hero became the last thing that was featured. This is Adventure Comics 474 with Starman and Plastic Man on the cover. This is Adventure 467. I guess I didn't quite put them in order. We have Adventure 469. And Adventure 468, which, judging by the sticker that put on, is a 6.5. I will, of course, make that determination when I actually open the book to look at it. The next thing I got that I'm going to show, I actually bought from eBay. This is Detective Comics 328, which features the first death of Alfred in comic books. This is the second book with Batman, Detective with Batman and the Oval, with the yellow oval. That one, of course, making its debut in 327, Detective that is. But this is the one where Alfred sacrifices his life for Batman and Robin because he loves them so much. And of course, he comes back to life later. He becomes the outsider, and then he gets turned back into normal, and he doesn't have any memory of his time like this. And Batman and Robin don't want to tell him, and they move on. Alfred was brought back because they killed Alfred off to bring a... This was one of those little stunts. They killed Alfred off to bring a woman, Aunt Harriet, into the series so Batman and Robin wouldn't be homosexual after the cancellation of Batwoman and Batgirl in terms of being in the series. So they had, in order to have the excuse to have the woman in the household, Aunt Harriet, they killed off Alfred. They brought Alfred back because Alfred was going to be a character on the Batman 66 series, but they kept Aunt Harriet, although Aunt Harriet leaves in the comics. The next one I'm going to show makes me happy as well because I have completed the run of this series. These also came from my comic shop. This is Batman Confidential 17, which is the beginning of that Batgirl Catwoman arc, which I've been showing books from recently. This is number 23. the Joker. It's a great Joker cover. This one costs a couple bucks extra because of that Joker cover. Doesn't it always? Next up, Batman Confidential 36, which is a great looking skull cover. It's got, you know, old airmen, old planes from the war. I wonder what this book could be about. Next up, we have Batman Confidential 37. There's a nice looking girl on the cover with a nice looking woman with Batman carrying a lantern. Again, I don't know who it is. I gotta read the book. Batman Confidential 38. Another good looking cover with a lot of grayscale. I like grayscale. Like, I like 2 or 3 colors. Like, I love black, red, and white. It's just, they're great. And the last one from this series that I needed, Batman Confidential 41. Now, Batman Confidential ran for 54 issues. So it's really not that hard to put together, except for the fact that it wasn't a great seller. So it's actually kind of hard to put this series together. You'll find a lot of them in the dollar bin books with like the Legends of Dark Knight, or like the $2, $3 Batmans with the Legends of the Dark Knight and the Shadows of the Bat. But it was extremely hard to put together. I actually ended up having to order probably 20 of the books through my comic shop over the years because they were extremely hard to find in bins. And because they're more recent books that didn't sell as much, there's not a lot of them in the non-dollar areas of comic shops. Other than like issue 7 to 12 you can find because it's a Joker-centric story. Issue 1 because it's a Batman #1, yes. Everything else, tough. Next up, I wanted to finish my run of, I've already got this book in a different cover, but I wanted to get this book so that I could complete the Alex Ross run on Justice Society of America with the covers. This is number 20. This was the last one I needed to have all 26. And as I said, I had this book before, but it was the non-Ross cover. And I'm excited to have this because Alex Ross is definitely my favorite painter. What? It's not Salvador Dali? No, it's Alex Ross. Next up, one I got because I thought it was a cool read. This is Batman and the Outsiders Special 1 from 2009. I like Batman and the Outsiders. It's one of the few. It's about one of the, say, 20 books over the course of all of the Outsider books that I didn't have, and I saw it there for like dirt cheap in the special, so I decided to pick it up. This takes place at the time that Batman has gone missing, just after Final Crisis, when everybody thinks that he's dead. Next up, this is the I can't believe I didn't have this or knew about this before category. This is Brave and the Bold number 4. Sorry, Brave and the Bold number 2 from Series 3. This is Green Lantern and Supergirl. And this is the Kara Zor-El, the new one. Because I'm surprised I didn't have it. I honestly hope, because it's Hal Jordan as the Green Lantern, I hope he doesn't do his usual crap. Because she's, doesn't deserve that. But yeah, I can't believe I didn't know about this book. So as usual, when a Supergirl book comes along that I don't have, I pick it up. The next 5 books, and they're the last 5 from my Stackry, are in the pile, are in the category of, if I didn't know Nate, I probably wouldn't have ordered them. among other things. They all come from the Friday Night what I'm starting to call the Friday Night FOMO show over on Alan's channel, because it seems that everything that comes up on there we end up wanting. I'm going to have yet another Stackry soon, which is going to have another batch of books like this in it. So that will obviously be in a future video. But let's take a look what I got. Recently, Nate showed that he had this book. This is the TSR Kids, Compliments of Radio Shack. The TRS 80 Kids. TSR is on my mind because it's D&D, right? The TRS Kid, Computer Whiz Kids with Superman and Wonder Woman. Now this is number 2 of 3 giveaways. So naturally, because the first one has, you know, Master of Disaster, I got him. I got this as well, sorry. This is the TRS 80 Kids, number 1, Superman. That's just Superman. But it's the computers that saved Metropolis. Next up, because when there's only 3 books to a series, and you have 2 of them, and the third one has Supergirl in it, you have to go and get it. This is the TRS 80 Kids with Superman guest starring Supergirl. This is number 3. I did a little research into these before I bought the books. There were 2 reprints of stories that are one is in a Legion book and one is in a Superman book. I have both. I don't know off the top of my head which ones they are, but I remember seeing the covers and knowing that I had both books when I saw them as based on the covers. So I'm going to, in a future Friday night challenge, Friday night show, pull out the other 2 books and show them off with these, because it would just be awesome. Now, the last 2 issues that I got in from Stackry are ones that everybody from the FOMO Club have. This one here is Canadian Comics Cavalcade number 1. The first and only appearance of Mr. Canoehead. And everybody else has their copy. I think I'm the last one from the 6 to get it. Although I got it around the same time as them, I waited for my Stackry in order to get this. I got this in a single shot off of eBay. And the last one from my Stackry is one that, you know, fans of Hall Yeah Comics and others from that Friday night are already familiar with. Yes, Nightcat, number 1. I finally have one. I'm surprised that it's a double issue. I thought it was just a regular comic book. So I'm imagining that it's going to be double the fun to watch, to go with the original stuff. But I digress, because that was my Stackry part. Next up, these books came from Nate with a note, and the note says, Matt, Lyle won this giveaway but wanted it passed along to you. I included a bonus book I know you need. I have a feeling I know what the bonus book is, having opened it already. But what is really cool is that Nate sent along some stickers. I haven't gotten any stickers yet. This is awesome, because I'm going to put one of the stickers on one of the boxes back here and go from there, so that Nate will always be able to see it as well as you when it's there, of course. And the other one's going to go where I put all the rest of my stickers on my laptop. These were the books that were inside. Most of them I don't have already, so that's pretty cool. So I want to thank Lyle Hopson as well, because if Lyle sent these on to Nate, I want to appreciate it. Lyle was on my show not too long ago, And he's got one of the best collections. If you have never seen it, you should check out one of the times he's been on my show 3 times, and he's a regular on the Friday night Comic Collector Geek as well. This here is Superpowers 1. I do not own any of these books, so am happy to get this, and it will give me the impetus to go get the other 5. Or sorry, 4. Apparently it's a 1 and 5. So this must be the first series then, if it's only 5. Next up, there's a couple from the DC Comics Who's Who in the definitive directory of the DC Universe. We've got Volume 1, where Aquaman is the star. And we have Volume 9, IX9, yes, where John Stewart, Green Arrow, The Guardian, Granny Goodness, etc. is on the cover. So I'm guessing this is in the G's. Garn Danuth to Guardians of the Universe, so that's a yes. This one I know I don't have. The other one I have to look up. He also managed to send me, this is amazing. Here is a Birds of Prey that I did not have. And if it's a Future's End Birds of Prey, I do not have. It's got the lenticular cover, so it's a little hard to show on the cover. But basically, it's Black Canary as she's coming out of what looks like to be a Lazarus pit. But I am actually really looking forward to this one. I'm a big Black Canary fan. My kids even got me the Funko Pop. Here's another one that I really like. It's Warlord 66, Mike Grell cover. I love this man. I love his work so much, Mike Grell. The more Warlord I read, the more I want to read. I know I'm going to end up trying to get the entire series of Warlord because it's really good. It's about 90 issues long, I think. Grell was involved in about, I want to say, 2/3 of the run. Certainly the first half. But he was the creator of Travis Morgan, who is the Warlord, of course. And he did this after he did his Legion work, which I was a big fan of as well. And last but not least, and I think this is the one that Nate sent as a present that he knows I need, because it's one of Nate's favorites. This is Nomad #1. I recently picked up an issue of Nomad that wasn't #1. So it's kind of cool to see, to get a #1 to see if this was the beginning or not. I'm not familiar enough with the character, nor am I familiar enough with the series runs to know which #1 this is, but it's still a #1 and it still looks cool. I have to admit, for a 90s comic, this looks really cool. 1992 it says. It says it's Bucky Seattle 92 on the cover there. So I really like this cover. So thank you very much, Nate and Lyle, for sending those books along together. And I want to thank Canada Post for finally getting around to send my Stackry. I ordered it almost 3 full weeks ago of the filming of this video. So it took forever to get here. I don't know what happened. Tariffs. Who knows? Anyway, if you like what you saw today, any of the books, like, subscribe, and comment below. I want to hear what you think of the books. I want to hear if you'd gotten an A-OK. Who sent it to you? What'd you get? I want to see everything you've got to say. This was a little longer than my usual haul video, but it was also a few more books than I usually get. So I was very, very happy. It's always like Christmas when packages come in, and it makes me very excited. And I'm more than happy to sit here and share it with you. Thank you very much for joining me today. My name is Matt. I like comics, and I hope you do too. Thanks a lot. Bye.